Welcome everyone to the first ever Nitro Junior Games. We are out here at Chino Hills at the Ruben Ayala Skate Park, where 8 up-and-coming scooter athletes will throw down right here with this brand new competition hosted by Hot Wheels. These athletes are young, they're talented, and they're fierce, but they aren't quite old enough to compete at the Nitro World Games, so we've designed a competition to see who is the best in the upcoming fields. What's up, everybody? My name is Jake Hershey, sitting alongside a great friend of mine, a scooter legend, Raymond Warner.
Thank you very much for having me, guys. Pleasure to see you, Jake, as always. So excited to be here.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. And before we get into the competition, we're going to go over some of our athletes. We have 8 young athletes, all under the ages of 16 years old. We got Charlie Dyson, 12 years old. Jack Walsh, 11. Jordan Robles, 14 years old. Our young gun, Tyler Haney, coming from the UK, 8 years old. We got Bodie Soul at 13. Brandon Watson, 16 years old. Brig Beck and Blake O'Gorman, both 10 years old. Raymond, tell us, what are you looking forward to the most today?
Man, Jake, I mean, we've been watching all of these riders all day. I was actually out there riding with them myself earlier, so I'm extremely excited to see their capabilities today, just seeing all of their practicing and things like that. It's going to be great. It's going to be awesome to see their altitude, all the things they can put together, and I'm very excited.
I mean, look at him go. In the highlight reel, you see him doing a bride flip. There's Jack Walsh. I call him the Flying Carrot. I know it's a nickname kind of stolen from Shaun White. They call him the Flying Tomato. Jack is the Flying Carrot. And right there you see Charlie coming from the UK. He's been on Britain's Got Talent or America's Got Talent, one of them, and he sure definitely has talent. What are we seeing right here in the warm-ups?
Man, we're seeing all kinds of those scooter flip maneuvers. Jack Walsh cruising in with that bride flip double tail up straight into the flare. These kids are absolutely incredible when it comes to the aerial awareness, Jake. And as you guys can see, it's so clean, incredible riding. The altitude is there, the tricks are there, the cleanliness, everything.
Whoa.
There's a big 360 flip from Jack.
Did he learn that from you?
He did not learn that from me, Jake. Absolutely not.
And there's the young gun, 8-year-old Tyler Haney, my apologies, doing a backflip flyout. And like I said, Ray was working with him on that 180 backflip flyout, and that's going to be super awesome if he can put that in his run. We got Brandon Watson. We got all the homies. Jordan Robles from my hometown, San Diego, Claremont, baby. I can't believe he's still under the age of 16. This dude has been pro for 4 years now. So we're going to take a look at our judges right now. We got 3 judges. Andrew Broussard is our sports organizer and judge. He is a legend of the sport, a brand owner, and one of the first guys ever, if not the first, to hit the Nitro Circus ramp. Why don't you tell us a little bit about Ryan Gould, our head judge?
Ryan Gould is the scooter park head judge for the Hot Wheels Nitro Junior Games competition, and I've been riding with Ryan Gould for a very, very long time. An incredible rider as well, knows a ton about the sport, so many different avenues that he has taken on competitions and things like that. And go ahead,
Of course,
Jake.
we also had Chris Ferris there, who is a legendary competitor right now in the sport. So we're going to go over the format. We got 8 riders. They're each going to get a 30-second opening run, and it's going to be followed by a 20-minute jam session, which is going to be a soul jam type of format, Ray. What exactly does that mean?
Soul jam means that each one of those riders gets those 30 seconds to go and show everybody what they have. And if that rider falls or he puts his knee pad down or something like that, the run is officially over, and the next rider comes in and gets his 30-second chance.
So it's going to be a quick, fast-paced action with this Soul Jam 20-minute jam session format. And after that, the judges, based on their scores, we're going to pull the top 3 winners, and we're going to hand them a check.
I'm so excited to see who actually takes those top 3 spots, Jake. What about you?
These guys are getting very, very close to starting our competition here. The Hot Wheels Nitro Junior Games. Charlie Dyson, 12 years old, from he says it funny, Barnsley.
Barnsley.
He's from Barnsley in the UK.
There's no R in there, Barnsley.
Barnsley. And he is fierce. This guy knows competition.
Absolutely.
Especially being from the UK, where they have a ton of competitions.
You know, I know that Charlie has had a lot of chances with big crowds. He's ridden in actually the Steve Harvey show previously. And yeah, he's an incredible rider. And I'm really interested to see how all these riders do in this Soul Jam format, because it is so fast-paced. But here we go, dropping in right now, Jake, and starting off with that big triple whip over that gap. So clean, so smooth, and I like when riders have the balance. I mean, it's so rare to see manuals nowadays.
Yeah, it's nice that he's got a good mix of technical tricks. You see there a big air trick, doing the inward, flowing through the bowl. Charlie Dyson just slipping a foot there, but he does have a 30-second opening run, so we're not into our Soul Jam format yet. Each of these guys are going to get a 30-second opening run as an introduction. And looks like Charlie's time is just about up and finishing off with a flare whip.
Beautiful.
What can you say about Charlie right there, Ray?
Man, Charlie is such a clean rider. And again, one of those riders that gets plenty of air when it comes to his tricks. That flare whip, I would say, is probably about 3 or 4 feet out of that about 6-foot quarter pipe. So he's 10 feet up in the air, going upside down, spinning halfway, and getting a tail up in there. And there's that triple tail up, Jake. Nice and clean. There we go, stopping up on that manual.
Holding it. That's a tough one. Wow, look at the execution. Perfect landing with his feet on the scooter and that flare whip. Man, I think he went higher off the quarter pipe than he is tall.
And I love when they land as high in the actual transition. That is incredible. It's a very hard thing to do, and there's a lot of risk involved. But right here we got Jack Walsh, another incredible rider, especially for his age. And this, what was that name you were giving him, Jake?
Oh, I call him the Flying Carrot, and you're about to see why. 11 years old, this guy likes to get speed. He likes to fly high, starting it off big with the backflip bar spin over the hip.
Cruising over. Oh, he's got to check the knee pads. I know firsthand exactly what that is like, man.
Safety
oh,
check.
And there it is. A beautiful backflip 360. He does that 360 so late, too. Such a cool trick. I love it.
It looks like he's just doing a 180 backflip and then just pulls it around at the last second. What an amazing trick from Jack Walsh. Oh, man, he is flowing this bowl.
Man, he's landing, like I said, really high up on those tricks, straight into that flare. You can see that carrot flying all over the place. That long hair, this is going to be like a signature thing for him one of these. I can feel it.
So you mentioned they're landing super high up in the transition. So for the people watching, why is that important? Why do they need to land just under that coping?
So if you land lower than at the top of that coping, you guys, it basically kills all of your speed. And you guys will be able to see in this slow-mo. He landed about halfway down, so he killed a little bit of speed right there, but he was able to keep it all up. But if you land up high and you keep that speed up, the judges love to see those kinds of things.
Like that right there, you saw he can get a nice pump when he lands and keep that speed up. Like you said, speed is an important factor in today's competition. Look at Jack. He's stoked. That was a good, solid first run to put down in our intro runs here. Next up, Jordan Robles. This guy is a Southern California warrior. You've been watching this dude since he was, what, 6 years old?
Man, I have competed against this kid in contests, and it's so incredible to see him out here representing. Oh, the big flare tail up to bar spin. Again, landed nice and high up.
Whoa.
That's what I'm talking about, Jake. He can land nice and high up. He's able to put the rest of his run together with no issues.
Oh, are you kidding me? Doing a front flip off the top turnbuckle into the step down. Absolutely amazing. And he's only 14.
At 14 years old, Jake,
what were you doing?
Just perfecting my tail ups. And I'm 27 now, and there's no way in my mind tricks weren't being done like this, Jake.
No.
You remember those days.
Yeah, barely. Yeah, we weren't doing anything like what Jordan just did. That was an impressive first run, and we still, after these runs, these guys have 20 minutes to have the park for another 30 seconds after 30 seconds. This is just his opening run. Do you think he's going to be able to step it up?
He's going to have to, Jake. I know that Jordan's a big crowd pleaser, and it's so cool to see Jordan ride because I know his dad is out there somewhere just giving him tons of support, and it's just so cool to see families come together and just spend the day together. And I love watching Jordan ride for many reasons, but one of them being him just pushing that envelope.
Yeah, and like I said, you've been watching him since he was a little kid. I mean, he technically is still kind of a little kid. He's in the teenage era now, but he's been destroying competitions for a long time. And now, the toothless wonder, Tyler Haney, back in action after chipping his tooth, the front one too. It's not a fun one to chip. Got the mouth guard back in. His knee pads almost cover his entire legs. This guy's only 8 years old. He's little. What can we expect from him? You were working with him directly earlier today.
I was working with Tyler, actually a decent amount on that 180 flip, and he was telling me, he's like, Ray, I want to get a flare. I want to get a flare, but it's incredible to see a kid at 8 years old.
Whoa!
Oh, look at that big backflip up his spine. We were working on this. Oh, the Bri.
I didn't see that in practice.
Yes,
what?
Tyler. That was one that we were working on, Jake, and I'm so stoked that he was able to get it first go in his run. That's incredible.
Backflip the spine into the Bri flip air. Oh, and another backflip.
Like I said, such a flipper, and I love it. It's like a mini R. Willie.
Yeah.
The helmet and the gold scooter, that's
right.
him.
Is he going to go for the 180 flip?
Oh,
does a heel clicker instead.
That is so cool to see Tyler just changing it up. Oh, the 360. I did not see him do that one. Just a quick little 360 downside whip.
Hey, little guy, big tricks.
Hey, a big skate park, too. For him being the smallest rider here at the skate park today, it's going to be very hard for him to hold his speed, but he has proven his ability, and I'm so proud to see him like this.
Look, he's still going.
Oh,
he's
yeah,
still
dude.
going.
He probably had a big old pack of Skittles before he got in there, Jake.
Let's look at the highlights. He started off with a backflip over the spine. There's guys that have been scootering for 15 plus years and they've never done that before.
So incredible, man.
This
It's
kid's
so
got no
awesome.
fear.
None. Zero. You know how much fear I had at 8 years old? I was afraid of trolls. That's what I was afraid of.
He's not afraid of anything.
Nah, dude, he's
Pops there, giving him the
fearless.
knucks.
Another
man.
great family moment right there.
He's got to be stoked.
Oh, he has to be. Such a cool shot, and yeah, it's just an awesome kid, awesome dad cruising through, just supporting his son at 8 years old and coming out across the world, Jake, and just to compete today, and that's so cool.
This is a truly special event, the Hot Wheels Nitro Junior Games, and we're glad that all the families came out that did, because it would be nothing without them, and it just makes it that much more special. And so I was up in Oregon with this guy not too long ago, and he was shredding up there. And so I'm really excited for this guy. Bodie Soul is up next, and we're going to see some cool stuff from Bodie. That's a guarantee.
Absolutely, Jake. Here he is dropping in, starting up with a bar spin on that spine to quarter transfer. We were practicing this one earlier. I think he's going to go for that. It's like an alley-oop bri flip air, and he sticks it. Nice and pretty.
That was a perfect bri flip.
Getting that bar up on the way back, and that's a really awkward hip to come back on from an air to actually do a trick on. But it looks like he's holding on to it. Great, Jake. Straight to that bri flip. Looked like he maybe wanted a feeble stall there. I'm not sure. What do you think, Jake?
Yeah, I think he was probably going for a feeble stall and trying to do the Dono flip at the end there. Ray, you have competed at this park a bunch of times, probably more times than you can count on your two hands.
Yep.
What do you think is the hardest part about putting together a run in this park?
Park, like I said, Jake, it's not a small park. You know, especially for the guys that are younger like them, it's very awkward to find different lines that aren't essentially the same as everybody else's. But Bodie really put his best foot forward, and it looks like he did, because a lot of people are not going to do that bri flip air straight into a bar spin tail whip. On another hip, but he's done it really, really well. I've only seen a couple people hit this gap right here that he's trying to do a front Dono on, but I have a feeling that next run he's going to be able to, like, just no problem stick.
Yeah.
Brandon Watson. Brandon is actually from my local area, Murrieta, California, an incredible rider also. He's got a lot of very interesting tricks, and Jake, one thing I want you to watch out for is he can tail up both ways so well. He heel whips naturally, which is technically the opposite of like a normal whip, but you'll be able to see plenty of it here. And they're starting off with that front bri flip.
It looked like he might have been going for a late tail whip on that one,
Ooh.
if I'm not mistaken.
There it is.
Okay.
There it is, that triple heel.
So you're saying he heel whips naturally, where most riders would do tail whips naturally.
Exactly, and here he is.
Wow.
Kickless.
He's got him every direction.
Absolutely, Jake.
Looks like Brandon's got a lot of energy in this run, too, and a lot of big tricks.
Yes.
The hardest part, I'd say, is probably putting down the big tricks back to back to back. To keep the speed in order to get that momentum to go high enough on these walls to get the tricks that they're doing, that's tough.
Very tough, Jake. It's extremely tough. But, you know, all these guys are being able to do it no problem so far. Looks like Brando's 30-second run is now
Where'd
complete.
he get that shirt?
Man, let me tell you something.
That's a Raymond Warner signature shirt right there.
It is. Brando is such a cool kid. He's so supportive of so many different people. Every time I go on Instagram, this kid has liked every single post I have ever seen. And it's ridiculous. I'm like, Brando, how much time do you spend on your phone, man?
But he doesn't go to class. He just sits at home and stays on his phone. Likes all the posts. He's supporting everybody out there. Super into scootering. And I'd say he's probably going to be pretty stoked on that. He probably wants to get that inward down without the foot slip. Brig Beck, this guy was a late entry. I got a call 2 days ago from our sports organizer, Andrew, who said, we had a couple dropouts. Who should we get from Southern California? I said, you got to get my man Brig in there. And you're about to see why. This guy, he destroys every contest that he's in. Check this out. Starting off with that transfer, triple tail whip.
Straight into that kickless too, Jake. Such a common trick nowadays is that kickless rewind. Something that was invented by a extremely OG rider named Martin Kimball, and a lot of people don't know that. 360 downside whip is actually a downside heel whip. Essentially, someone call it a decade, but it's a really cool trick. I love Brig's style also. Everything looks effortless.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, he kind of rides with a cocked sideways head, like he doesn't care what's going on.
Looks like he's taking a nap.
It's natural for him.
Yeah.
It's natural for him, and ending it with a 360 bri. Was there a tail whip at the end of that?
It might have been.
Might have been. We'll see it on the replay,
Yeah,
that's for sure.
Absolutely.
But that was a great starting run for Brig. I wonder if these guys are going to be winded at all, or if they just have all of the Energizer Bunny energy.
Dude, it's the Skittles. It's the Skittles. Like you can see with that triple tail up, just so clean.
Yeah,
it looks
look
like
at
look at he lands with his head pointed down. He's like, yeah, there's no problem at all.
No toe drag, no heel drag.
Oh, no whip on that 3 bride.
Hey, still magnificent execution from Brig back. This guy's 10. He's only 10 years old.
10. What were you doing at 10? I want to hear that.
I think I was still skateboarding. I discovered scooters when I was 12.
Okay.
And never looked back.
Valid.
But next up, we got another 10-year-old, Blake O'Gorman. This guy destroys all the competitions as well. It seems like it's always the same guys at the top of the podium in all these California competitions, and Blake is definitely up there on a lot of them.
Standing out definitely with that bright orange scooter deck. I mean, I saw him walk in. I was like, oh, we're going to see this kid for sure. We're going to see him no matter where he is in the park. But a very high flyer. And you can see with that bride double, landing pretty high up. And you can see, that's what I was talking about, Jake. He landed high up. Did he lose his phone?
He lost the phone.
Oh!
He'll pick it up later.
Mom's going to be upset after that one, Blake.
He's got...
oh, was that a quimper?
No. Oh, he hit his chin. Oof.
Checking it.
He did what Tyler Haney did.
Did he get a little bit of a split in there?
He's all right. He's waving to the crowd. We can hear him making noise. Although we are in the Hot Wheels hot box right now in the booth.
We sure
We
are.
can still hear the crowd going nuts for Blake outside of the booth and in the park. Blake's going to be kind of stoked on that run, but I definitely think he's going to want to pick up in a few spots where he can clean things up a little bit and definitely get that last trick and try not to hit his chin on the next one.
Man, I'm hoping he didn't split it open. We've seen that way too many times, but he had it all going beautifully for him with that butter whip, and there goes that phone, man.
Is that part of the trick?
I think so.
Judges give him extra points? Oh.
Looks like he got it on his hand, so I think he might be okay. Fingers crossed. Yeah, it looks like he's not going on for any medical attention, so I'm thinking he's just fine. He's probably just a little bit of slobber on his hand or something like that.
And it looks like we're getting ready to start our 20-minute jam session. Folks, this is going to pop off. These guys have 30 seconds each. However, if they fall, we go on to the next guy. And if the 20-minute timer ends, if we're somewhere in the middle of the lineup, everybody is still going to get one more run to make sure everybody gets the same amount of runs. Whoa! Charlie hitting the 540 tail whip.
No, we don't see that very often, Jake.
I don't see that from pros very often.
Oh, there's the big flip drop. First one we have seen today, other than the front flip drop. Oh, nice back flip tuck no hander, too. Straight into the heel at bar.
It looks like Charlie was being a little bit reserved in that opening run.
Man, he's hustling.
He's got a lot of tricks going down right now. What?
Oh!
Are you kidding me?
Just looping out.
I didn't know he could do that one.
You got me. It's news to me, Jake. News to me.
Charlie Dyson.
It looked like he landed no problem, just barely slipped out, just maybe leaning a little bit too far back, Jake.
Can you do that trick?
No. I've attempted it. I haven't fully committed to it yet, actually, on the ramp. But one of these days, I'll get back over to where we're gonna try it out. But here we go with Jack Walsh dropping in with that
the
big
flying carrot.
There it is, my man. Man, Jack is another one, dude. He can land at any spot on the ramp and still come out. Oh, please do that 3 flip.
Look at it. Oh, yeah.
That was the clean one. That was good.
It's so crazy. It's almost like a cork 720, but the way he does it with that late spin, it's definitely a 360 backflip. Almost textbook 360 backflip. It doesn't get better than that. Wow.
It almost makes more sense to call it one a backflip 360.
You're right.
You're right. He's splitting them up so much.
Yeah. Or you can even call it a 180 flip, late 180.
I like that too.
Whatever you want to call it.
I like that.
Jack Walsh is doing it.
Yeah, man. Oh, here we go. Let's see what he's got. He's got that knee pad fix. He's setting up for something, or is he just? Oh, nope. He's calling. That was his 30-second run right there.
I wonder if he ever actually wears the mouth guard in place, or if he just chews on it.
He chews on it, dude. That's half these kids do, man. They're just chewing. It's all good though.
Jordan's been in a ton of competitions at this park. They used to do the national competition here every single year, and so Jordan's got a lot of experience, and that gap is huge. And he just did a whip rewind, no problem over it. I mean, look at how far that is.
You know, Jake, he's got such fast hands too. You know, he just all those buttercup bar spin combos that he's got. It's amazing to me that they can get all those kinds of tricks in and the amount of time that they do them.
And I love that classic tail whip to finger whip. That's one of my favorite tricks because it's so simple, but not too many people do it. And Jordan did it and made it look great.
That was interesting. Kind of flipping out of where the normal landing would be of the hip and going into the takeoff. That was kind of cool. I actually like that. And that was going to be the end of his 30-second run. But
he looks happy about it.
I think so. And there's Pops, like I said. Oh, my man. You know, Jordan's a youngin' for sure, but he ain't like this guy. This guy is super young. At 8 years old, Mr. Tyler Haney, stretching it out, too, training.
Yeah, you know, he's an athlete already at 8 years old. I think he had a protein shake for breakfast. He woke up, did some crunches.
My man.
All right, we're going to see that flip over the spine.
There it is. Oh, come on, get that Bri flip. Come on, Tyler.
So perfect.
Yeah. Oh, no.
So they're going to pull him off the course, and we're going to go on to our next athlete, who is going to be Bodie Soul. And Tyler's still going to have plenty of time coming up. Like I said, it's a 20-minute jam session. So these guys are going to keep going. Oh, maybe they're letting him drop back in?
No, you can just pass it. Oh, hang on.
Mike is letting him go.
He might be trying that 180 flip. Oh, here it is.
He's going for it.
Oh!
Almost had it.
So much going on with that trick, Jake. You know, it's very interesting doing like backflip variations, but when you're spinning and landing backwards as opposed to landing forward on any flip, it's so different. It's so weird.
On any trick in general, landing backwards is so much more difficult. You have to shift your weight in the right direction and get your bars completely straight, or else it's over.
Absolutely.
Bodie Soul cruising around the bowl, finding his starting position. This is going to be Bodie's first run in our 20-minute jam session. Folks, this is the Hot Wheels Nitro Junior Games. You better be hyped for my man Bodie Soul.
Bodie Soul, everybody. He's about to drop, and I actually like the way his scooter looks a lot, too. He's got the oil slick bars, which are pretty rare. Oh, the nice Bri flip drop. My man, cruising through. Looks like he's getting that speed up for that front Bri.
Oh, nice.
Such a weird trick to do over a spine because you have to jump halfway up the spine, coast over the top of the coping, and then land straight back into the very top to get that transition like I was saying earlier.
That sounds hard.
It is tough. It's a mouthful, Jake. It's a mouthful.
Bodie keeping the flow going, hitting the hip section, throwing a bar spin, throwing it down, side whip. Oh, going for the truck and just coming off.
Looks like he just lost his way a little bit. He might have wanted to go a different direction, but he's still holding it together. You know, he's got that quick bar twist up, and he's going to hop off, and that is going to be the end of Bodie's second run.
Yes, it's his first run in the jam, but his second run including that intro run.
My man.
Brandon goes fast. This dude, Brandon Watson, he goes super fast and flies high. I love the amplitude he gets when he airs the quarter pipes. It's beautiful to watch. Look at that.
Oh, there it is, that nice Bri flip to bar spin, straight into the triple heel whip, the back disaster. See what he's got in this little half pipe section. Oh, there, that's what I was talking about.
Nice.
The Bri whip.
And look, back and forth tricks. He's got to land high in the transition to keep that speed.
Going straight over to that hip. Whip bar whip. Oh, no, Brando just missing that last whip.
Insane, he almost pulled it around, too.
I know it.
You saw it was a little bit of a misfire on that last whip, but he still almost stuck it.
Yeah, it looked like that last one just kind of goofed him a little bit, but we got our boy Brig Beck right up here on the screen. Brig, I actually used to do lessons with Brig. He was a lot younger at the time. I think it was about 3 years ago now, and a quick learner.
It was a quarter of his lifetime ago.
You know that? It's crazy. It's crazy, man.
And I've heard rumors this guy's got a skate park in his backyard.
He does. It's so lucky. I would have killed to have a skate park in my backyard at that age, or even now.
Yeah, at any age.
I would almost go to have a backyard right now.
Brig is shredding right now, doing a Bri flip drop in on the big quarter pipe. That's a sketchy trick, and he just pulls it off no problem. We were talking about Brig's style earlier, the cleanliness in his riding, and just the way he makes it look effortless. Blake up next. Blake is he's the complete opposite. This guy is chaotic.
Yeah, I like it though.
I know.
I
like it. I like the relaxed riding, but I also like the Blake O'Gorman. Super chaotic. Everything is crazy. This guy comes in hot with the kickless rewind. Oh my goodness, quad whip?
You know
is that 4, Ray?
That looked like 4 to me, Jake. Right into that Bri flip. You know who he reminds me of?
Who?
Just his riding style. If you watch really close, he looks like a small Cody Flom.
Yeah, 100%.
Because he has that small, like, kind of look down to the floor thing when he lands with that nice flip whip.
Oh,
see what I mean?
Man.
Looking down to that front wheel. That was like a really nice flip whip over that hip transfer, too.
That was great. Blake has definitely been practicing. He's putting together a good run, and you can tell he knows his way around the park. There it is, getting the Quint whip.
Woo!
He's going to be stoked. There it is.
I like it. The thankfulness, it's so cool.
OG Blake.
It's a tough hip to Quint. That's a lot of tail whips, Jake.
Yeah, and that transition isn't very steep. You come off of it, and it kind of just either shoots you to the flat or just way too far. Oh, man, Charlie's starting off big. big backflip triple tail whip over the centerpiece.
That was amazing. Oh, and the fairy foot landing. I mean, it still counts to not touch the floor.
Oh, yeah. For sure counts.
He's mobbing. Oh, here, may we see that 5 flare, please? And we sure can.
Yes.
Oh, pulling it off. Got a great run going so far, Jake. Let's see if he can just hang on to it. And if he can, he might be up on the podium.
That was a steezy heel whip.
We got a lot of riders left, so I can't be 100% sure, but I totally do agree with that steezy heel whip. That's for sure.
Yeah, Charlie was definitely being a little reserved in that opening run. Do you think that fall's going to cost him?
I think it might, Jake. He had a great run going so far. I mean, so far, that was his best run that he's put together.
There's some big tricks in there.
You're not wrong, Jake. You're not wrong. Okay.
And look at Jack, flying carrot.
My man. Oh, getting real close to that opening.
He's going fast.
Ooh.
Oh, flip double whip.
Landing high up. Oh, here we go. Please gift us with that back foot 3. Oh, hang on. That looked like a land to me.
Oh, that's a land.
Got a nice little tail up. That's a big tail up to get to that top of that corner,
Whoa.
too. Whip buttercup. Straight into the bar spin over the little flowy section.
Look at that line.
The flare whip. Oh,
no. Just coming off of it.
Man, I saw him landing those every single shot in practice.
Jack Walsh is a force to be reckoned with. And let's see, Jack's only 11 years old. And can you imagine what he's going to be doing when he's 18?
12.
Yeah.
Jordan Robles on the course right now, ladies and gentlemen, and he's going towards that with that big front rise. So did the front flip with his body. Now he just decided to go back just to scooter.
Which one do you think's harder?
Oh, dude, come on. You know, for him, I bet you he would say the front bride just because he has so much control. As you can see with that 270 buttercup right into the flare, he's got so much aerial awareness when it comes to spinning and flipping.
Beautiful. He is definitely stoked on that run. Look at the smile.
Oh, there you go. The little fist bump. That's the Jordan we all know.
Tyler Haney in right behind him. He's going so fast.
Do it. There it is.
Nailed
it. Now he's got to get the flip. Now the bride. There we go. My man.
Yes.
Getting it.
So you were working with him on that line earlier today to get it locked in. What was the hardest part for Tyler when it came to putting that together?
The hardest part for Tyler was just landing up in that transition because, Jake, you know, that spine is hard to land in transition on just jumping, let alone going upside down because there's a lot of risk involved. You might hit your front wheel and be in big trouble, lose another tooth. And we don't want to see that from Tyler. He's already donated one today.
Yeah, and he's a little guy, so he needs to land super high up because he's got to get that momentum.
Those little legs don't go that far.
And there's no way he's pushing to get the speed. There's just not enough time.
But he's hanging around. He's killing it.
Next up, we got Bodie Soul right in the middle of the lineup.
So Bodie has, he's had a couple mishaps in his last run. Let's see if he can get this one together. He's still got that bar every single try.
Nice.
Let's see if he can get that nice pump with that 270 bri over here on this quarter. I'm calling it a 270, but it's more so like an alley-oop, you know?
Yeah.
Bar, whip, there he is. He's killing it so far.
Getting a nice pump. Bodie putting together a solid run right now, and consistency is going to be a big factor, something the judges are looking for. Bodie going for that bri flip feeble stall one more time, almost getting it, but not quite, unfortunately. But
oh, getting that big old gap.
That's a make.
I call it as well.
We'll give it to him.
The knee pad fix. Gotta fix the knee pad. Right into the front bri. You look at, you know, oh, Brando dropping in. You know, some people do get a little bit antsy when it comes to the riding portion because it gets nerve-wracking out there, man.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, you got all eyes on you, and this is the Hot Wheels Nitro Junior Games. This is the first ever competition for the younger guys that Nitro has done. And so this is a big deal. There's 8 guys, and it's a big stage for them all to share, but they want to be on top, so they're going as hard as they can.
Sure, they sure are. Brando had a great run on that one as well, just missing those feet on that. It looked like it was a kickless.
I think so. The sun glare made it a little bit hard to see, but yeah, I believe you're right.
It's just another obstacle. You know, that sun glare is a tough one to ride with, but I mean, so far you guys have been able to put it all together. And regardless, I usually ride with sunglasses on, even in my competition runs. And this is one of those times.
Even when you're indoors?
Even when I'm indoors sometimes, Jake. And I think a lot of people be like, Ray, let me get those real quick.
You're just that cool. We're talking about Briggs' relaxed style. You got to check it out. He's having a good time out there and making everything look effortless. Except for maybe that.
Yeah, that Brad
I spoke too soon. That's the commentator's curse.
I agree, Jake. I absolutely agree. Next up, we got Blake standing over there. Looks like he's starting off for that step up right outside of our booth. Oh, maybe not. Where? Oh, he's got his, yeah, take that phone out your pocket. Take it out. Give it to Mom. Yeah, Mom's like, yeah, good call on that. Give me some nugs, bud.
The reason I like Blake so much is because he's always out there having a good time, but as soon as that timer starts and he drops in, it's go time.
Absolutely. That game face, that vigorous riding style, like you said, and here it comes. You're going to see it from Blake right now.
We see him do a couple drop-in tricks here. What does he got? Double tail whip. I like the double whip.
Ooh.
Oh, stomps it.
Holding
the Dono
on.
flip invented by the great Cody Donovan.
Cody Donovan has actually had his name put on a couple of gaps here as well, has he not, Jake?
That gap we saw Jordan hit, Cody was one of the first guys ever to hit it. And it was even bigger to us back then.
Dude, it was massive.
Now they're making it look easy. What was that?
Ooh. That's one of those new scooter kid tricks, man.
Is that what do you call it? A fun twist finger whip? It's the untwist finger. The full untwist finger whip, which I'm gonna call fun twist.
Full twist finger whip. Next up, we got our boy Charlie Dyson right up to the top of the list, dropping in straight up with that buttercup. So high up.
Appreciate that sunset too. That was a nice shot.
No, I loved that shot.
That was a beautiful shot.
As a YouTuber, I appreciate those kinds of shots.
Hitting the backflip drop in.
You see the springs in those legs? Can somebody check that kid's shoes, please?
Yeah, I think he's got those with the pumps. He's got on pumps. Ride flip, tail whip, textbook tricks from Charlie, a.k.a. Chaz Dyson. Whoa, man, that's a tough one, huh? That hip, to do the backflip, tail whip, and land perfectly on that 45-degree hip, that's got to be tough.
Such a cool trick. So it's so pleasing to watch most of these tricks just kind of executed as pretty as they have been.
Oh, yeah.
And with that sunset, makes it even better.
Oh, man! What was that, Ray?
Looked like a backflip front bri, or some may call it Stanley flip. Pretty cool trick, especially over that hip. And straight with that 360 flip. He like extended.
I thought he like took his hand off for a second.
It looked like it, kind of.
Maybe he's going for the one-handed three flip.
Man, I hope so.
Oh, wow. Muscling it around. Pulling it to his feet at the last second. Are you kidding me?
This is the definition of winging right now, ladies and gentlemen. Pulling everything together, like Jake said, held on.
That was beautiful.
That was cool. Even that little feeble disaster thing he did just to get back in.
But yeah, as I was saying, they bring the technical tricks as well as the big tricks. Flip inward from Jack, and then he can also do some coping grinds and stalls. It's really important. It looks like Tyler's taking a new line.
Do you realize that every ramp here is bigger than him?
Oh, yeah. I didn't realize that before, but I do now.
And it's so cool to see him just he's getting just as high as some of the other riders on these things.
Oh, yeah.
See what he's got.
It's really awesome.
Oh, he went for it.
It's going for a flare.
My man.
Are you kidding me?
Like I said, Jake, earlier, he was telling me in practice, he's like, Ray, I want to get a flare today. I want to try it. And there it was.
Has he never tried that before?
He said he's tried it twice, he said.
Has he ever tried it on resi or just straight to concrete?
I think straight to wood, dude.
Oh, man.
I know he said he's gotten close to landing it one time. And just so cool to see him just send it.
Tyler Haney is a daredevil.
Full Ned.
He's riding with half a tooth, going for tricks that he's never done before that involve him going upside down. That is the definition of the Nitro Junior Games right there.
Yeah, I think one day he's going to be in the big boy Nitro Games.
Oh, 100%. I think we're going to see a lot of these guys in the future Nitro World Games.
He's going to be like the next Steve-O that just sends anything and everything that you tell him to.
Yeah, you just got to go for it sometimes.
Yeah, I love it. Full Ned. All right, here we go.
Full Ned, said from the man Raymond Warner himself. That's how you know it's real.
The big bar whip on that one. Got a lot higher than all of his other runs.
Oh, man, going for the Dono over the spine. Getting close. Bodie Soul, he's got a couple seconds left here.
Right into that kick list. You know, it's a really tough park, like I said, to keep your speed up. And it looks like Bodie's had a couple of issues just with landing a little higher up, but it's all good. He's still might have time for another run, so he might not have seen the end of Bodie. If he can put together one incredible line, he could definitely take it.
Look at Brandon mobbing around the course. Where is he going?
Do it, Brando.
Oh, no way. He's doing the gap backwards. No way. Are you kidding me?
Ladies and gentlemen, that was the Cody gap that we were referring to, but the opposite direction. Oh, and he's coming over and getting the fuel.
Oh, yeah. Got to get those tech tricks.
Getting that use of park in there, man.
How much harder is it to do that gap that way rather than the way we saw Jordan hit it?
It's just hard to get the speed. The speed is very, very awkward.
Whoa!
Oh, right into the nothing front.
A little bit of a foot slip, but I don't know. Maybe he hit it from the judges. We won't tell.
They were right up in the front, so they'll be able to see that one, no problem. An awesome run from Brando Watson, really showing off. Straight into Brig Beck with that Bri double whip. Here we go with that relaxed form of his.
I can just never get enough of watching Brig ride. This kid is awesome. He's just clean. You just love to see that.
So
even making
true.
the heel, just a simple heel whip look that good.
So true, Jake, so true. Looks like he's heading over towards the middle of the bowl right now, maybe going towards the hip. Nope, looks like he's going straight to the big quarter with a kickless air, going straight into a Bri flip,
Nice.
that back-to-back trick maneuvers. Right to the bar
Landing
spin.
with his feet nice and spread wide. Love to see it. The judges are hyped on Brig Beck. Just saw Andrew and Art Gould going nuts for him.
I think we have a great group of judges today too, Jake. Just all of them a little bit in different styles and things like that.
Yeah, 100%. And their job is one of the hardest today.
Absolutely. They gotta score kids like Mr. Blake right here coming in with that kickless.
Blake's going nuts.
Yeah, he is. I like seeing people with white shoes on like that because you can see their feet move around even though he has black everything else on. Ooh, landing a little low but hanging on. Did he hit his lip again?
Oh my goodness.
That's
This
all
may
that
be
is.
their last run. I'm not sure where we're at on the time, but I think we're getting close.
It's been an awesome show so far. I could sit here all day, Jake, and just watch
right.
these guys ride, but I think they'd be a little bit upset about that.
Wow.
Retired.
He is so stoked. Did you see the look on his face when he pulled that off? Charlie never ceases to amaze me. He's got such a crazy bag of tricks and just pulls it out when it matters.
Absolutely. He's still got the smile on. Look, he's still pumping.
He wants the energy from the crowd, and he got it at the end of that run.
Sure did, Jake.
If there's anybody that can follow him up, though, it's definitely my man, Jack Walsh. Is that a flip kickless?
It looked like it. Straight into that T-bog up it, too.
How many flip combinations does Jack Walsh have? No, what was that? What was that? Are you kidding me, Ray?
I don't understand.
You're a professional. Do you even know what happened?
Something. Something that's a confusing trick. That's
In
for
all
dang
my
sure.
days, I've never seen that before in my life. A trick, and I don't even know what to call it, and he just pulls it off in his run.
I think he did that not long ago at Escondido Skate Park where he unveiled it. I don't know if it's just called a Walsh flip or what.
Well, I don't know. What we can call it that. That's fine. You know me, I'm not a big fan of people naming tricks after themselves, but he can take that one.
Yeah, that's a weird one. Straight to the handrail.
Oh,
no!
He got caught in between the wheel and the deck, and it popped him off. Jordan Robles, he's a legend at even 14 years old. He's already earned legendary status.
He's gonna be a big one for sure. I think Jordan, like you said, 14 years old, loves the sport, loves getting on a scooter. Almost every single time I go to San Diego and ride Claremont Skate Park, he is there.
Oh yeah.
With a smile on his face and dedication in his eyes.
Let's see what your boy Tyler's gonna pull out.
My man loves to flip. He's a flipper.
Yeah. Well, when you're that little, it's one of the only things you can do because you're not strong enough yet to whip the thing around and over your head.
Yeah, I love watching guys
Oh!
Go for it!
Wow, he almost got that, Ray.
Almost. Looks like he's just popping a little bit too early.
I want to see him try it again.
Look, he's like, should I try it again? He's like talking to his friends in mid 180. Should I do it again?
Oh, maybe we're going to see that trick you were working with him on earlier today.
Oh, it looks like it. Looks like he's setting up for it.
180 flip to fakie.
Come on, Tyler.
Can he get it?
Oh, it looks like maybe he missed his drop in a little bit.
Misfire. He doesn't know what to do. He's got so much going through his head right now.
I think he's looking for confirmation from Pops. Pops is like, just go, man. Oh, do it.
Woo! Taking a shoulder check to the coping. Man, Tyler Haney really wanted that one.
He did.
I think if he waited a little bit longer to start flipping, he might have been able to pull that off.
I agree. Uh-oh. Oh, we got a busted ankle? Is that what's happening? He's riding with 1 foot. Oh, maybe I'm just tripping. Looks like I'm just tripping.
I saw that too, but I think both feet are going to make it on the deck. Well, in the riders' meeting, they told them as soon as that second foot goes on, it's game on. Wow, that was amazing. He just did the Bri Feeble he's been trying for the entire jam session. First try, no warm-ups in this last run.
Oh, there's that shot again. You see that shot, Jake? I love it. This is golden hour. Oh!
Oh, man, this is the run Bodie's looking for.
Absolutely. His speed is keeping up. He's landing all of his tricks, landing high up in the transition, right to that triple whip. No problem. The Bri.
Looks like he stuck it. Bodie sold. That is the run he wanted.
A flawless run. Amazing. Oh, here we go.
Brandon coming in hot.
Here we go. See, he's got the front Bri flip. Brando has had a couple problems and a couple tricks previous.
Oh!
He's loving that right flip bar spin, and I'm loving it as well.
That's such a tough trick because a lot of these young guys, they don't know how to catch their bride flips yet, and Brandon just catches it and throws in another bar spin.
Man, I remember the old DXG days when I was like my first bride flip bar spin. You know how hard that was?
That was like 30 years ago.
And you know what, Jake? I've had enough of you, Jake. Don't make me feel so old. Nice.
Triple finger whip.
Yeah.
Oh, sticks it.
Oh, look, he's hyped on that one. That's that opposite tail whips for him, too.
Oh, right. That's right. You were saying heel whip is his natural, so tail whip is his unnatural. So when you're doing a triple finger whip and the deck is spinning in the way that you're not most used to, it's got to be tough to land back onto it.
But Brig has got no problems whatsoever landing all of his tricks. He's been so clean today. Let's see what he's got on this hip. I know he's setting up for something. Maybe
Lazy Bones Brig.
Oh, the whip, rewind, straight into the bride flip. That's a cool little hip, too.
He just literally lands in the same way that he took off. And
I know.
It's like nothing happened.
Barely even moves his knees.
Awesome.
You see that?
He's smiling. He's got a big smile on his face.
That's so cool, man. I love it. I love it so much. Just seeing him grow up and just seeing him turn into what he has today it's just such a blessing, and I'm so happy to have known him for so long.
Then we got Blake. He's right next to us, actually. We're in the booth to his right, and he's getting ready to go. Gets the signal. I saw his feet skirt off real quick. Blake loves the speed. Look at him go. Double tail whip in. Kickless double up
nice.
to step up.
I tried one of those earlier. It didn't work. I do not do kicklesses.
Maybe Blake should be mentoring you.
Maybe. He should be on those tricks, absolutely.
Where's he going?
Mini bowl, maybe?
Oh, nope. Busting a U-turn, coming back the other way.
Let's see what he's got on this hip. The 360 bride flip tail whip.
Oh,
no.
Going for the fly out. Almost had it. But that does it for our 20-minute jam session. That was amazing. Some of the stuff we just saw was insane.
Matt, mine's already there, Jake. I'm already there. I'm like, what is going on?
When Charlie busted out that 540 flare, which we're probably going to see in a minute here with his highlights, I was blown away. I didn't know that he had some of these tricks. And look at that. Jack Walsh, 360 backflip.
Amazing. Absolutely incredible. Big old flare whip bar from Jordan. That was a whip, kick, bri, whip. Just so many different tricks going on in one air. It's a lot. It's a lot to pay attention to, even as a commentator.
Yeah.
I can't imagine doing it on my own, just like with so many different things and being that size.
And we got to give a shout out to our production team, finding these highlights on the fly, giving it right back to you on this action replay. Brig Beck, I'm going to call him Lazy Bones Beck from now on.
It's a fitting name. It's a fitting name, Jake.
It's casual. It's casual for him. And Jordan with that huge gap.
Oh, here we go. The nice front bri. So many different incredible tricks from so many different incredible riders. And, you know, it's as there's no animosity, which is so cool. Everybody's like hyping each other up. Nobody's just trying to specifically, tear anybody down. There's that 540 flare from Charlie Dyson. Incredible. The nice flip double. So many incredible tricks, and everybody was on it today.
And it was insane on those last runs. What tricks actually went down in the last runs. Absolutely amazing that they just made it happen when it had to happen. Jack Walsh doing that backflip inward over the hip. Amazing.
Amazing. Well, you know what, Jake? I think it's time for me to go down there and talk to the judges and see what they're thinking about the competition.
Yeah, you better go talk to him, especially Ryan Gould. I really want to know what he's got to say.
Me too.
So get in his head, and I'll see you over there. Thanks for being in the booth with me, Ray.
Absolutely,
I appreciate
man.
it. It's been a lot of fun.
It's been a great time.
Oh, there's that trick that I was talking about from Jack. Insane. I'm so glad they put that one last in the highlight reel. Folks watching at home, I hope that you have enjoyed this competition. It's been a blast, and our judges are going to be determining our top 3. And right now, we're going to throw it down to Raymond Warner, who's standing there with our judges right now.
All right, and that's going to do it for the competition. I want to catch up with our judges really quick. Ryan, you are a very much high advanced rider. What do you think about the competition today? Who really stood out to you today?
I think Charlie, man. Charlie was unreal. Like, I didn't think that these kids were going to be able to put down lines like that. So I was very impressed.
I agree. An incredible competition for sure. And Andrew, you and I have been riding for an extremely long time. What do you think about the progression from back in the day when you and I kind of started to the skill level now?
It's unbelievable. I mean, really, the level of riding at the junior games would have won any pro level event a few years back. I think once these kids have been able to see what's possible, they're taking it to levels that we never could have imagined.
Absolutely, I agree. And Chris, you and I have competed so many times head-to-head, and you've done so many different kind of aspects when it comes to ways to run a competition. What do you think about today's role? How do you think about Soul Jam, you know, the whole format and everything?
Oh, I think it was ran beautifully. I mean, this is exactly how a competition should be done, to find the best contestant. You know, you give them all enough tries to land the run that they're looking for, and then you score them accordingly. More than anything, I was looking for people to conduct themselves properly. All the kids did a great job. They represented themselves and their sponsors well, and that's what we as judges are looking for. So they all did a great job, and yeah, it was very calm.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Thank you guys very much, and Jake, I'm going to turn it back over to you.
Wow, what an incredible competition. We've just wrapped up the action here at the Nitro Junior World Games presented by Hot Wheels, and we are ready to give away some cold hard cash. Well, a couple of big checks. So, coming in third place, my man, Blake O'Gorman. Give it up for him. And coming in second place, give it up for Jack Walsh. We still got one big check to give away, the biggest check of the day, going to Mr. Charlie Dyson! An amazing podium here today at the first ever Nitro Junior Games. Thank you guys for tuning in and watching all the action. For more action, go to our YouTube channel and check out so much more content from the Nitro Games and more. Thank you guys for joining us. I'm Jake Hershey alongside Raymond Warner. Peace out.
Thank you guys for watching the Hot Wheels Nitro Junior Games. For more action, click here. Maybe here. Definitely there. Or over there.